All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. All right, here's the promo album. I don't get money for doing this. I just like to promote music that you're not going to hear or see anywhere else. Pearls in Flames, a band from Sweden. They evolved from the band Coastland Ride. This is pure melodic rock greatness, AOR style, a little like Toto, but a bit different. I mean, it's hard to put into a category. Um, Tommy Denander actually mixed this album, which I think is pretty cool. Mixed by Tommy Denander at Hollywood Studios. Tommy is a really fine musician. Um, and this is what the inside looks like, courtesy of our friends over at Pride and Joy Music. Speaking of joy, well, it'll be joy to the world tonight as Neal Schon and Teddy Swims pair up for, again, another version of Don't Stop Believin'. If you haven't been following this story, Teddy Swims is this incredible singer who was on one of these shows. I believe it was The Voice, right? I think it was The Voice. And Neal Schon was there with him. It's either The Voice or America's Got Talent. And completely just blew everybody away. And the fact that Neal Schon was there playing guitar, I think that was pretty cool. So let's embark on the story. Here it is, in case you're in the Bay Area and you want to see the Bay Area's largest tree standing at 90 feet tall. Tonight will be the tree lighting ceremony. Teddy Swims, who is nearing 1 billion streams. And that's his version of Don't Stop Believin'. I mean, he may surpass what the band has done with this song. And if you haven't heard Teddy sing, you need to listen to Teddy. Much like Chris Stapleton, who I think is such a great singer, ridiculously good singer. Teddy is in that same family, lots of soul, lots of grit, and just, I don't know, he just sounds better than a lot of people. He kind of looks like Joe Cocker a little bit, which I think is kind of funny. And the pictures you see of him online aren't very flattering for some reason. I don't know if it's the fact that they don't really care because they don't want to promote Teddy Swims because he's not a rock star. He's going to be either a pop or country star. That would be my guess. Although, if they did old school soul music, if I'm CBS Records in the mid 80s and I'm about to make Michael Bolton into a soul singer, I would probably do the same thing with Teddy Swims. And Teddy is right in there. He's got that great voice that few people that I've heard recently can compete with. So Neal Schon is going to be there. With all this stuff going on with Journey, this is probably a good distraction for everybody. Hey, Neal Schon, he's going to be there tonight. Notice how nobody else from the band is going to be there. I mean, Journey is a San Francisco band, right? They used to be based in San Francisco, and I think Neal Schon is still in the neighborhood. Steve Perry isn't that far away. I mean, he could show up for the tree lighting ceremony, right? And, Neal Schon will try to trademark the tree, and Perry will say, no, you can't trademark the tree, Neal. And they'll have a great time. It'll be the Christmas spirit. I mean, Perry's got Christmas music out there, so I don't know, man. He could get up there and sing his new Christmas song, and Neal could accompany Steve on guitar. That would be pretty special. I don't think that's going to happen. Who will be there? Well, the San Francisco Philharmonic Orchestra will be there, and they say, and friends, as they kick off the holidays with a special concert event starting at 6 p.m. This past August, in case you missed it the first time around, Schon and Swims joined pianist and singer Cody Lee to perform Don't Stop Believin' on America's Got Talent. Okay, so it was America's Got Talent. See, I don't follow any of these shows. People used to always ask me, do you watch The Voice or America's Got Talent? I'm like, no, I don't. I think I kind of resent the fact that people can just come out of nowhere and become superstars, whereas in the old days, you had to go to clubs and perform and work your way up, and somebody from the record label would show up, and you'd have to be on your best behavior that night, well, musically speaking, and you'd have to impress um, whoever the label president or somebody who was sent out to hear the band. Think of the song Rock and Roll Band by Boston, right? And that's kind of what used to happen in those days. But now it's all about being on a show like this, or maybe being on TikTok or something. It's just a weird and different world, and I'm trying to adapt to it. I really am. I'm trying to kind of just be like, yeah, sure, America's Got Talent. Teddy swims. I mean, the guy is super impressive. Whether I like the way he was discovered or not, the dude can really, really sing. And his cover of Don't Stop Believin' is currently getting close to 1 billion streams. 1 billion. So that's really impressive. And Neal Schon has smartly latched onto this guy. If you want to know more about Teddy, he's 30 years old, hails from Conyers, Georgia, embarked on a career in soul music after listening to Al Green. Now, there's a mentor. If you're going to have somebody that you kind of emulate, you might want to start with a guy like Al Green. I really like that. Swims also went to beauty school and played in a hair metal band, or at least a hair metal cover band. Now he's got millions of followers. The article goes on to say tonight's performance will mark Schon's first live appearance since he filed a lawsuit against Journey keyboardist Jonathan Cain in California State Court. And they go on to talk about the various lawsuits that are going back and forth. We even get back to the inauguration of President Trump in the article, because we do a lot of cut and paste journalism, because we have to add all this context, almost like, hey, filed a lawsuit against Cain because he went to the White House. That's not exactly why he filed the lawsuit. And I've covered it ad nauseum on this channel, almost to the point where I go, stop covering this. I'm talking to myself. I'm like, no more Journey stuff. But here we are talking about Neal Schon tonight. So I think this is really cool. The big story here isn't Neal Schon, it's Teddy Swims. Now, I'm sure Neal will put on a great performance, but people are going to be interested in hearing Teddy sing these songs, these Christmas songs. I'm assuming they'll be doing some of those, and his just spot on killer off the hook rendition of Don't Stop Believin'. So, yeah, I'm definitely interested in hearing this. Is it going to be televised? Doesn't say here. Maybe it will air at some later point, but I'm definitely going to be looking for some videos appearing on YouTube, as I think they'll probably be uploaded shortly thereafter. So Neal Schon performing without Journey, without Journey's keyboard player, which isn't unusual, but it is interestingly timed. And it, again, adds more speculation. Is Neal breaking away from Journey? No, they're going to be touring next year. And they'll have to just keep them further apart than they were before. And people will write about it every night. Every article, on the tour will say the feud between Neal Schon and John Cain hasn't been resolved, yet they're on stage together. And they're putting aside their differences in order to play these concerts because they have a signed contract. And by the way, people, they're selling a lot of tickets. So drama does sell, whether you like the drama or not. I know there are a lot of fans that are just disgusted and fed up with it all. But drama does tend to sell tickets because people want to watch these guys on stage. Look, I think they'll just go through the motions and do what they need to do. And, maybe things will be a little bit different on stage, but my guess is that everybody will show up. They'll be professional. Then we might see Greg Raleigh at some point during the tour next year. which I think, again, adds more drama. But again, to announce that Greg Raleigh might be part of this, I would probably purchase a ticket if I wasn't going to purchase one, just for the hope, the possibility that Greg and Neal will be on stage together again with Journey for the 50th anniversary. So yeah, if you're a patron and you get to see this little concert here with Teddy Swims with the Philharmonic, I mean, that's pretty cool. And Neal Schon, send me some feedback about it. I want to know your opinion. Is this too pomp? Is there too much pageantry? Is it too, like post-millennial? I don't know. Teddy Swims is a really good singer. I think people have to come to grips with that. Even the rock media, who apparently doesn't have a really good picture of Teddy to post, and their description of him is kind of like, yeah, just some dude from Georgia. He's got 1 billion views almost, but you know what? We're really not that interested in what he's got to sing because he doesn't fit our template, unless he starts singing, some dark, disturbed, grungy kind of music. And then he'll be their boy, they'll love him. So that's just my opinion. I've got weird opinions. You have to, I guess, you have to be of a similar strange mindset to kind of get me and get this channel. But there you have it. All right. Before I go, here it is. Pearls and Flames, Reliance. This has nothing to do with Neal Schon or Teddy Swims. It's just good AOR music that I am promoting and talking about because nobody else will. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.